morning. Now, when it comes to cleaning the house, you've probably got a good routine that leaves things sparkling clean, but you may be missing some things, so don't worry. Sarah is here to remind you of all of them. And since we're spending a great deal of time at home, Sarah, this may just be the right time to get to all those often overlooked and forgotten items. Am I right?
You're so right. And you know what? I think that it's nice to have, I've said this before on the show, but it's nice to have little distractions and little projects to keep you busy, especially since it is a stressful time. So yeah, I've talked about it before, but I found some new things today, starting with your dishwasher, which is actually right in front of me right here. You know, when your dishwasher starts to smell a little funky, it could be because you've got food trapped in your filter.
Okay, so that food could be trapped in your filter, and that means you need to spend some time cleaning that thing out. How do you do that?
Take it out very carefully. And if you're not sure how to do it, you might want to look at your manual or look online and it'll explain. But ours just pops right out. And I'm not going to lie to you, it was grosser than this when I pulled it out. So I pre-rinsed a little bit. But you can see there's still a bunch of stuff in there. And it does affect how well your dishwasher looks and smells. So soapy water, I just use gentle dish soap and a soft toothbrush, or you can use a soft cloth, and you just want to scrub gently and get into all of those places where food has gotten stuck, right? And then you want to give it a rinse and set it aside to dry before you put it in. But that's not it, okay? This bad boy comes out of your washer too, and this is the spray arm that spins and gets everything rinsed, right? So all of these little holes here, I don't know if you can see them, that's where the water is supposed to come out. So sometimes they get clogged as well. And you can test that by pouring water through. And if water's going through clear, they're not too bad. But a couple of these are clogged, and all you need to do is take a Q-tip and just kind of wiggle it in to unclog all of those. And then you pour the water through again to make sure that it worked.
It's a beautiful little waterfall. Do we need to go through that process every time? Like, how often do we have to do that, Sarah?
You know what? Depending how good your family is at scraping off the food from your dishes, mine's not so great. Once a month is probably good to do that, right? And then you also want to just give the bottom of your dishwasher a wipe on the inside and make sure that you remove any of the extra debris that you missed. And then you can take it one step further and sanitize it, which I like to do. So it's just a bowl with 2 cups of vinegar, pop it in the bottom tray of an empty dishwasher and let it run a cycle. And that's going to eliminate some of the mineral deposits. It's going to help if there's some pieces that are really kind of stuck on there, loosen those and just sanitize it and make it smell much nicer. Okay, here's another one for you. Okay, this is from our dryer. And we all know to clean off the lint every time, but have you done anything else to clean it, Tracy?
What, there's something else that you're supposed to do? I guess that answers that question.
Yes. Okay. Yes, there is. Okay. So we all clean it off. We know that it's safer, you know, fire hazard and all that sort of stuff, and it helps it work better. But there are some things that get stuck in the corners. Again, you can use a toothbrush to get rid of that. But also, little tiny particles get stuck in here. And you can tell, again, when you're pouring water on it, and if the water pools, like it is here, that means that it's not clean. So just give it a soak in gentle soaping water, scrub it gently with a brush or a soft cloth, and then test again by pouring water over it. And if the water runs through, then you know you've done a good job, and it's going to make it more efficient and safer to use.
That's something I have not done yet. And I always hear all the time about how that dryer filter, you know, bad things can happen if it is not clean. But I always thought that just meant getting rid of the lint, but no, clean it out.
I've got one more though, okay?
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so your wood cutting boards, we know that these don't go in the dishwasher. Not a problem in your house, obviously, Tracy, but other people might try to do that. But you wash them with soapy water every time you use them. But you occasionally, every couple months, want to sanitize them. So you can fill your sink with water and a little bit of bleach, like a tablespoon, and let it soak. And that just really helps sanitize it. But sometimes they don't smell so good. So this really cool trick is to take a sliced lemon, dab some salt on it. It's kind of like you're doing a facial for your cutting board. And you just give it a rub. And then that's going to leave it smelling really, really fresh.
That is such a good tip. I would have never thought of that. I mean, lemons to the rescue for almost everything you can think of. Thank you, Sarah. So many good reminders.